Local and live, covering Franklin and Washington counties, it's Let's Talk Tristate with Tiny and Katie.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Tristate, all powered by Home Right Windows and Doors in Waynesboro. The right choice. They can take great care of you if you need windows. Katie, she had an estimate done on windows. They did it very quickly for her, so we thank them. We thank Nick, the owner, and the entire family for being with us on Let's Talk Tristate. Speaking of being with us, we have two guests today. One's a familiar face. The other one, I believe, first time. It is first time, Michael. Okay. We have BJ, tell me with your last name.
Getz.
BJ Getz. He is the president and CEO of Middletown Valley Bank. And we are joined by Michael Stanford. He is board member, longest serving board member, mind you, of the Community Free Clinic of Washington County. Gentlemen, thank you for being here.
Thank you, Tiny.
So we have a big event coming up. I shouldn't say we. You have a big event benefiting the Community Free Clinic. It is happening, as my notes say, on the 8th of February. What is the Masquerade Gala? And I think, Michael, you can take us for a ride on that one.
So it's actually our 35th year in business. Mm-hmm. When I say in business, serving Washington County, uninsured folks of Washington County. So anyone who doesn't have insurance can come to the clinic and be seen. We're basically a primary care location, and then we have a lot of specialists that work with us as well. Over the last 35 years, we've had hundreds of local practitioners that have donated their time there. We are a not-for-profit, and we raise our own money, so we're not a federally qualified clinic. So every dollar that comes in, we raise through grants or fundraisers, that type of thing. So every dollar that comes in is very important to us because, again, we deal with the uninsured of Washington County. So the gala is a celebration of our 35 years, as well as bringing something to the community that's going to be fun and raise some money. BJ and with Middletown Valley Bank is our platinum sponsor, along with other sponsors. We look to make this a really great event.
BJ, I don't think I've ever met a president or CEO of a company that operates their marketing like you do when it comes to being on Let's Talk Tri-State and being platinum sponsor for this event. You take the time that you would otherwise pay for or is given to you, and you give it to someone else. I think that you are very talented at paying it forward, BJ.
Absolutely, Tiny. And, if I talk about the, Middletown Valley Bank and its involvement in the community, I mean, that's the number one focus. And when you look at the Community Free Clinic, its mission, what it does, healthcare is something that every community faces and is challenged with, and the cost of healthcare, the continued rise, and there's so many organizations that try to make healthcare better in any community. And when you look at what the Community Free Clinic does, my personal involvement in and around the clinic is probably pushing 20 years, and just seeing and being a part of to make it better. But this gala coming to celebrate their 35th anniversary, and everything that the committee and the board and the team that's doing over at the clinic to move this forward and make it, we're proud to be a part of it because of the difference that they make, the efforts that they make in the community. And, I believe that if you raise the healthcare, you'll raise the economic status of a community, and everybody moves forward that way. So I appreciate your comments. The bank is heavily involved, and, we've loved the Community Free Clinic for a long time. We're continuous participants of the mud volleyball every summer, and we have a lot of fun with that. And
just got a little bit of mud there.
I've been known to play a few times, although I'm getting a little older now, and my wife says I'll break something, so I'm not allowed to play most of the time now. But we love the clinic and what it does, and what it brings to the table for the underserved.
Yeah, you believe in the mission.
100%.
And the mission of Middletown Valley Bank is believing in the mission of those wonderful organizations, and you show that, and you have it in spades.
Absolutely, and the joint unity of where that mission and goal goes coincides well with the two organizations.
It does. Michael, again, we're speaking with Michael Stanford. He is a board member, longest-serving board member of the Community Free Clinic of Washington County. Michael, the Maryland Theater is going to be the place to be on February 8th. The time runs 5:30 until 9. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay.
I'm going to look at this.
By all means.
To make sure that I don't misspeak. Yep, 5:30 to 9.
Now, I want to make sure that everyone who may be watching this and decides, I really would like to go to that, has the opportunity to go. However, there is something to keep in mind. You must be 21 to attend. We'll get to why that is later. I'm sure you can figure that out. It is a masquerade-themed attire. Black tie is, of course, optional. And there are 4 floors to the Maryland Theater. Michael, will the masquerade ball be utilizing all 4 floors?
All 4 floors.
Oh, wow, okay.
You know, we have a casino floor. We'll have entertainment and music. We will have, so the way it kind of runs is first floor is where you come in. There's a bar there. There'll be the Barbara Ingram School Jazz Ensemble there. And that raises up into the second floor where the bar area is. So we'll have hors d'oeuvres, heavy hors d'oeuvres throughout all 4 floors. Third floor will be our casino floor, so we'll have tables there where you can go in and try your hand at some of the gaming tables. They'll also have So again, this is new to me, so I stumble a little bit. BJ's very, very polished, I noticed. Thank you, BJ. We'll have raffle items. We're going to have a silent auction.
I saw you have a silent auction coming there. Yeah, those are always fun, and those are the ones where, having been part of many charitable events that have silent auctions, it's always that people will go up and they'll look and they might place a bid, and then you make an announcement after announcement after announcement. Check your bids. We're gonna, and then next thing you know, it is this mad dash at the end for everyone to go and check, which I think is probably part of the fun of having a silent auction like that.
And I don't know of all the items at this point, but we have some. One's a plane trip to Latrobe for dinner for 2, and then back. So that was gracefully donated by Henson, or actually it would have been through Steve Pearl himself, him and his wife Nicole. They're gonna have a photo booth when you come in, or kind of like the runway type thing as well when you come in. 4th floor will be entertainment. We're going to have a band. It will be Lana Spence Band. There'll be some other hors d'oeuvres. Desserts will be on the 3rd floor. So if I bounce back and forth, I have to kind of remember.
Yeah, sure.
I wasn't sure all the questions here, so.
So you put the desserts with the table games. Is that correct?
Correct.
Is there a strategy to that?
Well, we want people to move around. So go upstairs, you listen to music, come down for the desserts, go back upstairs, work off some of the desserts, dancing.
Because the idea of the table games is to get people to spend money, right, BJ? Right. So what do? You put it with the sweets.
Yeah, you put it with the sweets, and coming back to the auction items, it is really entertaining to watch people. They really, once they bid, they guard, and then the next person comes and they bid again. And, the key to it, to Michael's point with the trip to Latrobe, I mean, when you have great auction items, you can generate a lot of money. So, the importance of this event, to Michael's point earlier, is all money is raised by the clinic from the community. Mm-hmm. So, we're selling tickets to the event. We want everybody to come, bring their checkbook with them, or we'll take credit card at the door because we need to raise the money for auction items. I will tell you one other thing, though. That entertainment and music on that 4th floor, I'm pretty sure there'll probably be a bar there as well. A lot of people in the community know Michael Stanford really well. I'm pretty sure that he'll have his dancing shoes on that night. How about it, Michael?
Yeah. Well, one can hope, and you can join him and have your dancing shoes on as well. It is the Community Free Clinic's 35th anniversary of Masquerade Gala. Now, I want to make sure that we put the website out there. mycommunityfreeclinic.org/events is the website. You can go there, get your tickets, and they are very reasonably priced. I believe in advance they're, $35? Are they not?
$135.
$135. Okay, somebody on my paperwork missed the one. Okay, very good. Either way, I mean, it sounds like an incredible event. I have not been to it. This may be my first year.
This is our first one for this gala.
It's never been.
So you've never? Oh, okay, all right. 35th
very good. Anniversary gala.
Wow.
It's going to be
doing it up big.
Night.
Yeah, and what we're actually, I mean, it's severalfold. One is we're doing up big because it's our 35th anniversary. Mm-hmm. We have some awesome sponsors.
Yeah.
I kind of wish I had the list in front of me because now I feel a little bad that I don't.
Right.
But besides that, then we also want to give something to the community where they can come and enjoy themselves.
Yes.
Because this isn't going to be a rubber chicken dinner. It's not a sit-down dining. There's heavy hors d'oeuvres on all 4 floors, bars on all 4 floors, events on all 4 floors. Mm-hmm. to a beautiful, beautiful location.
Oh,
the
yeah.
Maryland Theater. I mean, you just can't ask for a better location.
You could not. It is going to be an amazing evening. And, of course, the one sponsor that we won't forget about, I mean,
Yeah.
Middletown, if we forget about that one, Michael, I think might as well just call it a day right now. We're done then, right?
Yeah, I know. And it took a lot to get him there,
Michael knows I'm unforgettable.
That's very true. You certainly are. So let me just go over some of the things that I'm kind of going to recap what Michael said. If there's anything you guys would like to interject, please do. But all the details, February 8th, 5:30 to 9, Maryland Theater, that's 21 South Potomac Street in Hagerstown. Masquerade themed attire or black tie, optional, 21 to attend. All 4 floors of the Maryland Theater will be taken over for this event. There's a casino floor, entertainment and music featuring the Lana Spence Band, heavy hors d'oeuvres, auction items, raffle items, and a photo booth / walking the runway, as Michael said. So we are going to have an amazing night that night. We would love for you to be there to join. It is not just open to anybody in Washington County or Hagerstown. Anyone who is watching this, hearing this, by all means, visit the website, mycommunityfreeclinic.org/events. Get your tickets now. What are if you know this, Michael, and I'm going to kind of put you on the spot here, but on average, what are the operating expenses that you try to cover in an amount for a year, on average?
You actually just kind of hit the nail on the head when you use the term operating expenses. In a nonprofit world, the hardest thing to raise is money for operations. Operations are salary, lights, heat, things like that. Buildings, things that people can touch, they'll tend to donate towards that, but the operations is what keeps us going. We can have the largest building there is, but without the operational money, we can't run it.
Correct.
Without our providers who donate their time, we wouldn't be able to provide the service that we do. To kind of break it down, don't quote me you're going to, obviously, because we're recording this, but so somewhere around the $400 range, we're taking care of a patient for an entire year. Okay. That includes being seen by the doctor. That includes their tests, their blood work. That includes their medication. We dispense medication to our clients there at the Community Free Clinic.
I think what's great to think about, I love that you gave that example, that number. Because if you think about it, if you come to this event and you can somehow find a way to give or spend $400, you have taken care of one of our community members. And I think that really humanizes and brings it down to a level that I think we can all understand. I mean, $400 is, one might say, well, $400 is life-changing money. It is. It could be life-saving money. In this case, BJ. I mean, that's 100%.
Big. I think you have to keep in mind, too, he mentioned the providers for the medical care. That time is also donated from the physicians in the community who come and support the free clinic. That's what helps to keep the cost down as well. And I think as we're here representing the clinic, one of the major components is that medical community that gives of their time heartlessly to keep that cost at $400 for a patient. It's just
imagine
an amazing number.
If you were to extrapolate that out to what the real cost would be if money had to exchange hands at the standard rate, even half of what the quote unquote going rate is. I cannot imagine. It really is life-changing money, life-saving money, $400 a person. It may not seem like a lot to the average person, but it will mean the world to the people who this affects. So, Michael, of all the interviews that I've done, I'm glad that that's one fact that I've been given, that I'm so glad you did that, because that really helps to paint the picture.
I'd like to kind of expand that picture.
Please.
What people also tend to forget, it may be your neighbor you're helping, and you don't know it. So a lot of our patients are gainfully employed. They just can't afford insurance. It doesn't matter with all the different insurance plans that has occurred. There are still people that are in between jobs, or even if they have a job, there are some people that opt not to take the insurance because they'd rather pay the fine, for not having it, because they can't afford it.
Well, these people are making a decision that hopefully no one ever has to make, but they do. It could be as simple as they're making a decision to have their health, to be able to pay their health insurance or put food on their table.
Right.
That's
or
the
heat their
decision
home.
that happens every day.
And the Community Free Clinic bridges the gap.
Yep.
And that's so, Michael, you said it beautifully. You're coming back. So we'll bring him back, BJ. How about that? We have Michael back. He think of more great examples, more ways to bring it down to the level that people can understand. You did a great job with that, Michael. Thank you.
You know, Tony, I would say something. Michael, being the longest serving board member of the free clinic, speaks to his passion for the organization. Mm-hmm. And I think, this community and the community free clinic, while they associate Michael with that a lot, I don't know that they understand the depth of his commitment to the organization. And he deserves, especially on this Talk Tri-State, to be commended for that effort.
Agreed.
And what he
Absolutely.
does for the people in this community. It's amazing to see.
Yep.
It's 20 years ago, quite frankly, why I got involved, because of Michael Stanford. So.
Well, that is a glowing endorsement and certainly well-deserved. Certainly we'll have you both back on here. BJ, you're one of Katie's favorites, and she said that if she were here, she'd give you a hug. And but we're going to let you both go, and thank you so much for joining us on Let's Talk Tri-State. Remember, February 8th, Maryland Theater. Get your tickets now. It is mycommunityfreeclinic.org/events. Get those tickets, $135 a person, money well spent, $400 to take care of one of our citizens in our area with the Community Free Clinic for 1 year, which is amazing. So thanks to all of the providers, thanks to everyone who's on the board, thanks to all of the folks who volunteer their time, thanks to Middletown Valley Bank for being a platinum sponsor and all the other sponsors. Absolutely, yes. And if you visit the website, and I can confirm that those are all listed on the website, so take a look at those sponsors. Certainly those businesses are deserving of your dollars. We'll be right back with more Let's Talk Tri-State.
If you'd like to be featured on an upcoming episode of Let's Talk Tri-State, call 717-597-9200 or email letstalk@921thegoat.com.